Hi TJPS community, it's so good to be with you here. I just wanted to make this video about the changes coming to the show as well as what's next for this next chapter here. For nearly 7 years, I have been delivering the news. I've been producing content on historical deep dives, doing documentaries, interviews, exclusive reports and everything. But what I've come to realize is that while producing the daily news is important, I've fallen in love really with investigative journalism. It's where I thrive. It's where the Jeremiah effect, as one of you put it, really kicks in. And it's basically where I get to be my full self unvarnished. And so I wanted to come on here and to give you a couple of changes of what's going to be coming to the show. So I will be delivering still the evening news show, the TJPS evening news show, but that's now going to come out twice a week instead of 3 times a week. And it's still going to have the news updates, daily commentary, the opening monologue, history infused into it if it is applicable. So that's going to help you stay informed with clarity and not chaos. That's the whole point of the evening news shows. But these investigative reports are going to be coming out twice a month because I really do want to be doing more of these, especially doing on-site special investigative reports. And so this is where I'm going to be pouring most of my time, longer form research-driven journalism that peels back the layers of issues that are affecting our country right now, our communities, and also our lives. And so these reports are not only going to include history, but also exclusive interviews, deep dives, deep research, and also visual storytelling that brings it all to life. Also, I want you all to know that I'm going to be expanding this platform to include more interviews, more voices, survivors, whistleblowers, and also truth tellers. These interviews are going to appear in both the news show as well as in the deep dive reports. For paid subscribers, more content, of course, is going to be coming. Of course, the Resistance podcast every Wednesday. So you're going to be getting that, as well as looking to include some raw and extended interview moments for paid subscribers, as well as behind the scenes commentary. Maybe starting like an unfiltered podcast where it's like every week or something, or every Friday, I release an episode about, my unfiltered thoughts on the news. Thinking of doing something like that for paid subscribers, answering some questions and stuff, as well as bonus historical content. I just want to say that, if you become a paid subscriber to the show, if you've shared this, video, if you shared the show with anyone, you've commented, you liked, you restacked, your support fills everything that I create. So I wanted to say thank you. I'm eternally grateful for you. If you have not yet subscribed to the Jeremiah Patterson Show, please consider becoming a paid subscriber, as it, helps sustain and expand this work so that others can see it as well. And so it funds us so that we can do more work here. I also wanted to say, a little bit of personal announcement, I'm going to be taking a job soon outside of journalism. So that means I'll be stepping back just slightly from my day-to-day role here on Substack and YouTube and TikTok and all the other platforms as a journalist. But that does not mean that the quality of my work will lessen. The quality of my work is only going to enhance. More thoughtful, more deliberate, and more impactful reports are going to be coming to you. So, I'm not going anywhere, I'm just evolving, and I believe that sometimes, of course, slowing down allows us to dig deeper. And I thought back, when I was listening to my first episode, my very first episode, and always, the little introductions I used to have, I remember, talking about going deeper. So I've always been into investigative journalism. I've always had that desire to know why, when, how, what, where, and why. How do we get here? And so you deserve more than quick news hits. You deserve journalism with context, courage, and conviction. So this next chapter is going to be bold. It is going to be intrepid. Of course, continuing to deliver the news to you without fear, favor, or corporate interference. This is an exciting week here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show. Whole bunch of content coming out, whole bunch of content planned. And then, of course, next week is going to begin me stepping back a bit, but you're still getting the content as deserved and as you you all have expected for so long. So once again, I thank you for entrusting me with listening to the news. This Saturday, July 19th, will make 7 years of the Jeremiah Patterson Show. We're going to have a special coming out to celebrate that, taking you all the way back to when I started this journey back in 2018. But I wanted to thank you all so much for your support. I'm eternally grateful for you, and I'll see you tomorrow.